Welcome to the Crazy Happy Podcast. Thank you for dropping in for your dose of crazy happiness and a quick hit of positivity. Welcome to episode 25. I'm your host, Tanya Vetter of TanyaVetter.com. Today's show is being brought to you by Women Empowerment Training Institute, empowering women and youth through engagement and exposure. Today's show is also being brought to you by Q Harris Salon and Lash Studio, where they are redefining the art of beauty. Check them out at qharrissalon.com. Hello and welcome. Thank you for joining me on this lovely Friday, guys. I know you're excited. I'm excited, but hey, we don't do a Friday dance because we are just excited every day. We're fortunate and blessed and grateful for all of them, right? But today's episode is especially fun for me. Why? Because I'm calling it Finance Friday. Say what? Yes, Finance Friday. And I'm choosing to talk about money because it's one of those topics that many of us have been taught not to talk about, right? We usually have some kind of iffy ideas about money. And so what I want to do is share some quick key thoughts, questions, just some good ponders. If you're looking to change your money game a little bit, change your finance game, I can tell you one thing, mine has changed dramatically. And everything that I'm going to share with you today is actually instrumental. And I will even share the author and the resource where I was taught the habits I'm going to share with you today. So number one, the question I'm going to ask you, and you'll find that I'm going to ask you some questions that only you can answer, and it's going to kind of guide your spending, guide your understanding of money, and also guide your value of money. So number one, ask yourself, if you're trying to change your finances and you really want to up level and improve your finances. And so I'm going to be very transparent with you guys where I started. You might want to check out Dr. Demartini, and I'm going to put his web address in the show notes. It's drdemartini.com, and he absolutely changed my value of money, my perspective of it, and also I was able to learn the really powerful force behind being a giver. So number one question I'm going to ask you, because many people think that they have to wait and do some huge thing to start their own financial personal program. You know, when I say program, I mean a commitment that you've made to yourself. But the first question I would ask you to ask yourself is, what could I accomplish this week as it relates to my finances that would make me really excited, right? So one of the things that really makes me excited about my finances on a weekly basis that I do is I look at whether I went out to eat or not, right? So if you're going to eat fast food every day, if you're spending a lot of money on Starbucks coffee, that actually adds up, right? And so I always ask myself, now that I have a different value of money, I ask myself, okay, am I earning it? Am I saving it? And am I growing it, right? And then before I make a purchase, I also change the way I view things. I'll ask myself, okay, so is this a consumer move I'm making right now, or is this a producer decision? So say, for instance, if I'm investing in my business, well, that's a producer expense as opposed to buying coffee every day, because that kind of adds up, right? And so what I want to encourage you to do is start small, but get started. So you can even start as little as, like, if you eat out every day and it's $10 a day, like that is $70 a week or $50 a week if you're doing it Monday through Friday, right? So that's number one. What could I accomplish this week that would make me really excited? Start with something small like that if you're like if you really feel like this is new territory for you. The other thing is number two, ask yourself, how can I multiply by subtracting? How can I multiply by subtracting. And there are ways that you can do that. You can spend less and save more. We all know that. Like, that's economics 101, right? Spend less, save more. But I'm going to add a third one in here, and that is giving. There is something about giving that just turned my financial situation upside down. And I think knowing all the laws to that spiritual principle is well above my spiritual pay grade. But what I can tell you is this: when I committed to giving 10% into, an organization, 10% to the church, and then making sure that I paid myself first, when I did those things, there was something about 10%, number one, and then there was something about giving that was just absolutely powerful. So just consider it. Number 3, ask yourself, what will I predict will happen if I continue with my current habits? And this is where we have to really be transparent. This is when we have to look at the ugly, yucky numbers and stuff. But you got to know where you are before you know where you're going. And then number 4, this is my favorite question. Ask yourself by filling in the blank. If I don't do blank right now, in 10 years, I will regret it. I'm going to say that again. Ask yourself, if I don't do blank, and we're talking about in regards to your finances, if I don't do blank right now, in 10 years, I will regret it. And you know what? I love when Dr. Demartini teaches the value system, because he really makes it clear that what we value grows, right? And so he says, people say all the time how difficult it is. And if you look at what you don't have, then that is where you'll stay stuck. That's what you'll get more of. But I love when he says, if the reason is big enough, if the why is big enough, the how will take care of itself. And let me tell you, his teachings have been so powerful for me, because for a long time I thought money was a dirty word. But here's what I did find out. I found out that it takes money to help people, and I wanted to be one of the people in a position to do so. And let me tell you, since I've been blessed and fortunate to be able to do that now, I am going to share you guys all the secrets that I am learning along this journey, because I think it's knowledge that we should all be privy to. Got it? So I hope you've enjoyed this episode, because I've enjoyed it immensely. I want to actually call this like part 1, because it's just a snippet of the knowledge that I'm just like, guys, I'm soaking it up. In the arenas I'm in now, the clubs that I'm in now, the conversations that I listen to and expose myself to, I am going to bring it to you because I think we all deserve to live a better life. I think we all want to do better so that we can help more people. So what's going on with me this weekend? This weekend, actually on Saturday, I will be at a money mindset meeting, and I will be sharing nuggets of knowledge that I get again from that conversation with you on next week, and I can't wait. Also, Dr. Demartini's website will be in my show notes, guys. Check him out. I mean, this man has changed my life around. He literally started me with something simple as like a $5 a day rule in my saving habits or something like that. It was like something really small and doable, but my concept and my understanding of the fact that money is called currency because it's energy. So it's supposed to be in circulation, right? We have work to do, and we can't do it if we don't have the finances. Yeah, we can do it in other ways, but here's the deal. I want to be able to put my money where my mouth is as well. So that's the journey I'm on. I hope you're coming along with me. You guys know what I say. Be light, be love, be you. Have a great weekend.